Have you ever heard a 6.4 liter Hemi fire up with open headers? You're about to. Watch this video.
3, 2, 1.
Here we go!
All right, friends. So what we got going on is a lot of good things. I'm calmer now because it was an exciting day. Now, I haven't posted a YouTube video in, man, I don't even know, probably like 2 weeks, something like that. The reason for that is because as I started getting deeper and deeper into this build, the complexities of what I'm trying to explain kept getting higher and higher and higher. And it got to the point where I needed just to test stuff. I needed to figure it out for myself before I wanted to explain it to anybody else. And with that said, you know, there's been a few people that I've been in heavy contact with because we've been trying to solve problems and figure out what those next steps are going to be. And yeah, I mean, every single piece, there was a roadblock. And I made videos all along the way, and I'm going to post those videos you know, further on down the line here, so I can go through each specific section and explain, you know, what I ran into. I mean, I'll be honest with you. There was a time when we wanted to test fire it, and all of a sudden smoke started coming out of the engine. I mean, it didn't turn over, just there was a wire that started smoking, and it was bad news. And so it's those types of things that I did not want to explain ahead of time, post a video, and then go back and find out that I explained it wrong and have that happen to you. So I figured it was best that I just work on the vehicle till I get to a point where I'm comfortable with all the stuff that I had done to it, then go through and explain all the challenges I had, where stuff plugged in at, I mean, everything. The last time you've seen it, the engine, actually, I don't even know if I posted that video. I don't know if you've even seen the engine inside with the transmission attached. And, you know, well, there it is. The engine is in, transmission is attached, battery box is in. I have the tip-em all connected. I have the 8-speed all ran. I have a whole video on installing the 8-speed that's going to be coming out here. And I just I didn't want to tell anybody anything wrong. There's caution on my side. So I'd also like to remind anybody watching this video that if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I'm going to have a whole bunch of videos that come out that talk about the challenges that I had, the different things I ran into, and how I've, I guess I should say, accomplished installing the 8-speed. So with that said, you know, let's look at a few things that are done. So you can tell right here, we have the engine in. Everything is mounted in the correct locations. Now, one thing that I did do is I'm using, I don't know if you can't see down there, and I'll show it down there in a deeper video, but I'm actually using the lower bolt mounts on the weld-in engine mounts. Yeah, I said that right. When I had them on the upper ones, it just felt like the angle of the engine was too drastic still. And the tightness between the 8-speed transmission and the firewall was just really, really tight. So I talked to Todd, and he said, yeah, if it fits, drop down, try it that way. I mean, the truck Hemis are drop down. They have to be that low because of the intake on a truck Hemi, which this is the car Hemi. Car Hemi comes out the side, truck Hemi comes up the center right here, and it raises up a little bit. So you have to make sure that you're using those lower bolts with the truck Hemi. But yeah, we played around with that for a little bit because I was just unsure. Hey, I did find out that my engine mounts are in the correct spot. So for the video that I'm going to do on how to actually locate and place the weld-end mounts, I can actually get that one wrapped up now and get it out for you guys. I, you know, worked through all the wiring to get the tip-em back all together. This is the dual battery tray. I'm still trying to hunt down what battery I want to go with. I don't know if I want to go with 2 yet. Maybe I'll go with 2. I don't know. Yeah, give me your feedback if you think I should go with 2. I'm not going to have a ton of lights on here. I'm not going to have an S-Pod system. I think 1 might just do just fine, but I'm always interested in upgrading. So if you have a suggestion on maybe brand type and size of battery, that I should put in here, please put that down in the descriptions. Now, let's keep going. So we got the computer installed right here. We had to modify one of these ports to install this adapter right here. And then, yeah, you had to route all the wires back down through the back side of the engine. We had the, you know, this is just all a quick rundown. I'll do a much detailed rundown later. These are the heater lines right here that plug into the back of the engine. We had to fabricate those, get that to fit. Where are we at now? Oh, the fuel right here. This is the fuel line right here. I'm not sure if I like how tight it is yet. This is the one that came with the kit from Jeep Speed Shop, but it is just really, really tight in there, and I think I want to possibly look at fabricating my own that might give it a little bit more flexibility. It is just, I mean, it's really tight up in the back here, and I don't know. We're going to look into that one a little bit more. Then we have the Evap line that comes here. It runs into the canister right here, but none of these really fit properly. I mean, I could force them to fit, so I might make new ones of those too. That would help that turn out a little bit better. What else? Man, there's a whole slew of how everything plugs in. You know, right now I have the whole front just not connected. This is the transmission lines. I'm not actually sure yet how to route these, so I'm trying to learn a little bit about that, how I need to route these and how they're going to need to connect. I am guessing I'm gonna have to push them back, and they're gonna have to come up right here. Maybe right here is the right spot. To be honest, I'm not sure. If you actually have some pictures of how these are routed, you know, share them with me. I'd appreciate that. All right, so let's move on to the inside. The inside was a whole entire trip. So obviously it's all connected back up here. Center console's in. You can see the new shifter is right there. Let me turn on some lights here real quick. Might help out a bit. There we go. Yeah, the wiring that goes down to the whatever channel this is done. The wiring that has to happen with the brake pedal is done. The wiring that splices into the power up here is done. Here's the shifter. It's all installed. I do need to find a new boot. So if everybody has a line on how I could install a correct boot that would properly fill this space, that'd be nice to know. Everything's in. It worked out really well. The steering wheel shroud, plastic shroud that goes around it, that is a challenge. I don't know of an actual easy way to take that off. There's just a lot of very careful prying that has to happen. We'll get into that in another video. But one thing that we did run into is, as we were test firing the engine prior to it actually starting, we found that we couldn't get the key out of the ignition. That was a whole ordeal. We'll go over that in another video because I want to actually show how we came to the solution and what the problem was, besides just the key being stuck in the ignition. Now, with that all said, we were able to successfully test fire this engine. And I've shown a few people that are probably watching the video right now the quick, like 5-second version of it. But that wasn't actually the first take. The first take is what I'm gonna play in just a few minutes here at the end of the video. And that take is just, it was a moment that I've spent so much time doing this. I've had to learn every single piece. Man, I didn't even know what to call anything in the engine bay. And now I feel like I know the majority of it. And there's just a lot of nights and weekends and freezing my butt off in the cold. I mean, I was out here working at like -5 degrees outside. We had the space heater running, and you know, man, it was a lot of trouble. And you know, I built the website to go along with it that matched the brand that I'm trying to build. You know, I made some t-shirts, got one on right now. If you want one, make sure to post in the comments and I'll send one out to a few lucky subscribers, I guess you could say. And yeah, so you'll see a level of excitement. I'm wore out today because we've been working on the truck or the Jeep all day, and you know, you'll see a level of excitement out of me and my wife that, you know, might surprise some people, because I never knew that we would get to this point. I hoped we would, and I hope I'd be able to do it, but I ultimately never fully knew if I'd be able to accomplish it. And it, you know, I talked about that at the very beginning. The first video I posted was, can I do it? And the answer is now, yes, I can do it. And I plan on doing many more. I'm kind of thinking next video, I don't even know. I don't even know what the next series is going to be. I kind of want to play around with a Hellcat engine and see what we can put it into. I have no idea. I have the Grand Cherokee out here that I could do something in. I have my 1500 out there. I've always wanted a pre-runner style truck. Maybe I want to do something with that. I have no idea what the next project is going to be, but I can tell you right now, I love doing this type of stuff. It is just exciting to me and fun. And yeah, let's just get to watching the video right now. And I hope you guys enjoy it. It was that moment when it fired and I was pumped up. It surprised me by how loud it was. It roared, like it came to life. And I can't even express, you know, the excitement I had to actually be able to accomplish this feat of putting a 392 engine in a JK. So with that said, please subscribe if you haven't, and enjoy, I don't know, it's like a 15-second clip. Talk to you guys later. Peace.
Woo! Oh, it's Woo!